Dear students, welcome to online class on digital image processing. In this video, we are going to discuss the elements of visual perception and image formation in the eye. We know that the main element which is responsible for our visual perception is our eye. So let us first discuss the structure of eye and then let us go to the image formation in the eye. Externally, we can see three parts in our eye. The outer part, which is white in color, is called sclera, and the innermost part of the eye is the lens. In between the sclera and the lens, there is one more part called iris. The color of the eyes is due to the color pigment present in the iris regions. Now let us consider the structure of eye in detail. This is the cross-sectional view of our eye. Now you may pause this video and draw the neat sketch of the eye. Our eye has three layers. The external layer is formed by sclera and cornea. That is, in the posterior region, you can see a blue colored layer. This is nothing but sclera. In the anterior region, this external layer is termed as cornea. The intermediate layer is shown in red color. It is divided into two parts. In the anterior, it is called iris, and in the posterior region, it is called choroid. The function of choroid is to supply nutrition to the eye. The internal layer is formed by the retina. The retina contains discrete light receptors called rods and cones. These rods and cones convert the light into electrical energy, and this electrical energy is transmitted to the brain through optic nerve. In the posterior, the eye is filled with vitreous humor, and in the anterior, it is filled with aqueous humor. The thickness of the lens is varied by the ciliary muscles. The thickness of the lens is varied in order to form an inverted image on the fovea region. At fovea, the density of the cones will be maximum. There is a region called blind spot where there will be neither cones nor rods. So if the image falls on this blind spot, then we cannot see the object. In this diagram, we can see the detailed view of the retina. As already told, the retina contains rods and cones. They are termed so because of their shape. The cones are responsible for color vision and rods are responsible for general overall picture of field of view. Coming to these cone cells, they are 6 to 7 millions in number. They are sensitive to color. So here the percentage of sensitivity for the color is given. It is highest for red. So red is the most visually striking color. Each cone is connected to its nerve end. As already said, cones are highly concentrated near fovea. Cone vision is called photopic or bright light vision. Coming to rod cells, they are 75 to 150 million in number. They are not involved in color vision but are sensitive to low levels of illumination. They give general overall picture of field of view. Several rods are connected to a single nerve end. The rod vision is called scotopic or dim light vision. This graph shows the distribution of rods and cones in our eye. In the y-axis, density of rods and cones per mm square. This is plotted with respect to perimeter angle of the eye, taking fovea as reference. That is, fovea is marked at 0 degree. There are two graphs here. One is orange colored graph, that is for cones, and the grey one is for rods. In this graph, we can see that the density of cones is maximum at fovea, and at the blind spot there are neither rods nor cones. Next, let us consider image formation in the eye. For a clear perception, the image of the object should be focused on the fovea of the retina. During perception of the object by the eye, the object lens distance and lens image, that is fovea, may be fixed. However, the focusing is achieved by varying the focal length of the lens. To focus on distant objects, the ciliary muscles cause the lens to be flattened, that is higher focal length. Similarly, to focus on nearby objects, the lens is made thicker. For objects more than 3 meters away, the lens exhibits lowest refractive power, that is fully flattened. In this case, the distance between the optical center and the retinal image is about 17 mm. In this example, the object is at a 100-meter distance from the eye. The height of the object is 15 meters. It is a tall coconut tree. You can observe the inverted image of this object at the fovea region. The height of the object is 15 meters. Now what will be the height of the retinal image? The distance between the center of the lens and the retina is called the focal length. And in this case, the focal length is 17 mm because the object is more than 3 meters away. The capital H here represents the height of the object, which is 15 meters. Capital D, distance between the object and lens, which is 100 meters. Capital F, distance between lens and fovea, that is focal length, which is 17 mm. Now what is the height of the retinal image, that is small letter h? That can be calculated by using this formula. H is equal to h divided by d into f. Now you can use your calculator to find out this small letter h, which is 2.55 mm, which is very small in height. For objects less than 3 meters away, the lens exhibits more refractive power, that is, it becomes more thicker in order to focus the image on the fovea. Here you can see 3 diagrams. The first diagram is for normal vision. Sorry, L is missing there, where the image of the object falls exactly on the fovea region. In the other two cases, the lens is unable to focus the image on the fovea region. The first one is called myopia and the second one is called hyperopia. When the lens exhibits highest refractive power, that is maximum thickness, the distance between optical center of the lens and the retinal image is about 14 mm. The perception takes place by relative excitation of rods and cones, which transform radiant energy into electrical impulses that are decoded by our brain. In this video, we have discussed elements of visual perception and image formation in the eye.